What is up, guys? Welcome back. In today's video we have a triple debuff team. I believe there has been videos made about this in the past. I know J-Farm and Scrublord Dustin made one. I think it was last season, and well, obviously it was last season, it was a while ago, but it was using different Pokemon. This team is, I'll put below me, we have Dewgong, I believe it's the double legacy, yeah, double legacy Dewgong. Then we have Mantine and Drifblim. And so this is going to be a pretty fun, but a little bit sometimes long sets, but it's going to be a pretty good set here. And let's just get right into it so we don't waste any more time. By the way, Ross is a friend of mine, and we played against each other a lot during practice during season 2 of Sylph, well, this season. But yeah, so he's really good. He did hit rank 10 in season 1. So yeah, solid battler, and we have a great lead against Meganium. This is nice when that happens, and he still shields the Frenzy Plant, but yeah, you do have to do that because you are weak to grass. So, you know, it's not like the best lead, but it is a good lead because the Ice Shards do super effective damage, and so do the Icy Wind, so it's pretty straightforward, easy match to play. And after you get a couple Icy Winds off, you don't even have to probably shield the second Frenzy Plant. Pretty sure you can just kind of farm down from there. But yeah, so his opponent switches out into a Jirachi, and then he'll switch out into probably Drifblim, yeah. So Drifblim being super effective with the Ghost typing, and then he's gonna go ahead and let this one go through. So that one does a pretty nice sized chunk, and then I imagine he'd shield here. Yeah, definitely have to shield this next one, just so that you can win this matchup. Gonna go for the Icy Wind, and this should take it down to in the red, and then he could probably farm from here. Yeah, 2 more hexes will do the trick. And then he's going to come in against, an Altaria, so this is perfect. Going to go straight Icy Wind. Very solid matchup here. And they have no shields, so this is not good. Ooh, we almost got to the Icy Wind, but this is not looking good for the opponent. He could really go in with either Pokemon here, but definitely going to be worth going in with the Ice Shard. Looked like the opponent lagged there, so that was interesting. I'm wondering if the Sky Attack would have KO'd it, maybe. But either way, the Mantine would have been able to come in and most likely beat it. So yeah, a little bit of lag here in this first set, or this first match. So that's not great. But yeah, I think the Mantine would have probably been okay, especially if he would have been able to farm down the Altaria and then land like an Ice Beam or a Bubble Beam on the Meganium. So yeah. But hey, you take those, like I said in the last video or the couple videos before, you gotta create the balance in the universe. So when you lose a bunch of matches to lag, if your opponent lags, you gotta take those matches to create that balance. So anyways, game 2, we have Skarmory, and this is going to be just straight Icy Wind, pretty straightforward. You can lower its attack, and it does neutral damage. Whereas I think the Bubble Beam would just be also neutral, so, or the Water Pulse rather. So yeah, Icy Wind is what I would just keep going with, Icy Wind. And then they come in with a Munchlax, but we have energy stored up, so we're gonna go for another Icy Wind. So this will lower its attack, and then I imagine the Munchlax will go for a Body Slam. That's a pretty aggressive farm down. That's the risky part about trying to farm down from such a large chunk of health. You're gonna risk getting hit with another charge move. So then they switch out into Toxicroak. Interesting. So he switches into Drifblim, and Drifblim resists the fighting, resists the ground, resists poison. So this is a great this is a great matchup to be in. Yeah, so definitely a great matchup. You can just go straight Icy Wind. Probably don't even need to bother going Shadow Ball. You can even maybe go one more Icy Wind and maybe farm down. Let's see if he does that. I'm trying to see if he plays the way I would play. So what I would do from here is Icy Wind and then farm down, which is pretty impossible because it knocked it out. So there you go. He played it perfectly. So alright, Body Slam also resisted. Drifblim is a really solid pick. It does resist those normal typings. A lot of people do run Munchlax and Vigoroth and Toxicroak, and so it has a lot of good matchups. Of course, you have to watch out for other ghost types, and then Azumarill with the Ice Beam. But yeah, I mean, you can do a lot of damage with that Shadow Ball, even against an Azumarill. So yeah, this Munchlax is not looking good, so they're gonna quit. So he takes game 2 and he's 2-0 in the set. Let's go to game 3 against 1987 Templar. So let's see what the lead is here. Machamp. This is not a good lead. Okay, you gotta get out of there right away. He goes into the Mantine. And Mantine actually, I just learned this. I mean, I probably knew it a long time ago, but I forget. So much numbers to remember. Has a pretty high defense stat, around 168 or so, which is very, very high for Great League. So yeah, so it's a really solid Pokemon. It has a really high stat product. And so something to look into if you're looking into some spicier picks. Not a lot of people run Mantine. I did make a video about it last season. I'll remember if I remember, I'll put a card up there so you can watch it. But this was back when the Galarian Stunfisk wasn't a thing. So I was running Mantine and regular Stunfisk and having a lot of success. But you know, you could probably still run that team and do well. So if you want to check out that video, click that information button. Anyways, back to this match. Gotta shield that Rock Slide because Mantine is weak to Rock. It only has 2 weaknesses, Rock, but it's double weak to Electric. So you gotta watch out for those Rock and Electric moves. Gonna go for Bubble Beam here to lower the attack of the Azumarill. That's probably what I would do, just because, yeah, it just helps so much. In fact, I just played a match where I lowered the Azumarill's attack twice, and I was able to tank a Hydro Pump with my Galarian Stunfisk, and then I was able to win the match with just an Earthquake and a Rock Slide. So, and he had a shield. So it was really, really good. Like, that debuff comes in clutch. Anyways, yeah, so Icy Wind, we're just going to keep debuffing this Azumarill, and this is going to be kind of a boring matchup. But hey, that's what happens. But they switch out. Okay, we're getting into interesting content again. Okay, so Machamp is going to eat this Icy Wind, or no, shield it, and then go. But then, oh, Ross pulls a perfect sack swap there. Ooh, that was a CMP sack swap, so that was a little, you know, in the olden days you couldn't do that, but right now you can. I do believe Niantic said they are working on getting rid of that, so in the future you will not be able to do that. If it's a CMP tie, you will have to take that hit, but as of now, Niantic hasn't fixed it yet, so take advantage of it while you can. Ice Beam, this will hurt. This will definitely hurt. But Azumarill has lower attack, so didn't hurt quite as bad. But this one should knock it out. And then we're gonna come in with an, ooh, this is just gonna be, yeah, this is gonna be good games, so they quit. So we have 2 quits in a row, and he's 3-0 in the set, going against Bamarzi, and then Gastrodon. Wow, what a spicy pick. This one is basically, I think it's not as quite good of a version as Swampert. It is a Mud Boy, it's got the water and ground typing, but Swampert I think is a better pick. However, the spam on Body Slam is pretty nice, but also Hydro Cannon's pretty spammy too for Swampert. So, but yeah, it's got some interesting some charge moves with this one. I believe it has Earth Power too. So if you want to run a spicy pick, you got the Body Slam for the kind of neutral damage, and then Earth Power would do a ton of damage on the Stunfisks, as well as the Registeels. So not a bad pick if you want to give that a try. Alright, and then this is going to be doing super effective damage, but those Rage Release are going to be hurting too. So luckily he gets to the Icy Wind. Of course it goes shielded, so good shield on their part. And then if I were him, I'd probably go Mantine, I think. Yeah, and then just kind of go straight for the I would go for the Ice Beam, I think, just to kind of get that shield. Definitely have to shield this. Leaf Blade will do neutral damage. Okay, so he's going for the Bubble Beam, he's going for the debuff. And that might actually help because then he doesn't have to shield this next one, which he doesn't have shield anyways, but he wouldn't have to shield, and then these Rage Release won't do as much damage. So it's probably a good move. Although with no shields, I probably would have... Actually, yeah, that was actually good because then he could farm. So yeah, Ice Beam would have knocked it out, but this allowed him to farm to get that Bubble Beam off, so that was a good play. That's like called energy management. You're managing your opponent's energy to make sure you have enough health to farm. Well, not energy, health. But yeah, I meant to say health. But anyways, but you're managing your own energy, so I guess it is kind of energy management. Anyways, back to the match. We have, if this is an Ice Beam, it's going to suck. But it's not an Ice Beam. Wow, why is he not running Ice Beam on that Wigglytuff? That's definitely a move you would want to run, I think, on Wigglytuff. I guess you could go for the spicy picks and go for like a Dazzling Gleam or a Hyper Beam, but... yeah, I don't know. Charm takes forever to charge up anything, so I would just go for Ice Beam. So yeah, fortunately, that Drifblim is able to survive, go 4-1, well 4-0, But I believe this match, I think this is the one he doesn't win, so let's see. So yeah, boring matchup again. So, you know, just go for Icy Wind, get the debuffs, and then I think you just have to go straight Icy Wind, because the Water Pulse won't do any damage, and it's also resisted, so gotta go with just straight Icy Wind here. Play Rough, ooh, that's not the move you want to see. You want to see Hydro Pump or Ice Beam because those are more resisted. But yeah, so you gotta go Icy Wind. Let's see if his opponent switches. His opponent switches. Okay, this is huge. So now I would probably go for Icy Wind and then swap. So let's see if he does the same thing. Because you don't want to get hit with that Focus Blast. Ooh, he didn't switch in time, so ooh, does he shield here? Oh, he doesn't shield, so that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. So he loses his Dewgong. Oof. Alright, so gotta come in with Mantine and just go for the straight Bubble Beam. That's definitely the play here. Lower its attack. You resist I think both moves actually. You resist both moves. And so he's gonna shield his first one. Just because it does some decent chunk damage anyways, but then yeah, I don't think he needed to shield quite that. I don't think he quite needed to shield that one, but definitely won't need to shield it again if he lands the Bubble Beam. Obviously he will, but they switch out, so that's not good. So now, I guess you shield, go for the Ice Beam. Maybe they won't shield, but I expect a shield here, to be honest. And they don't shoot. They don't shield. Oh, why would you not shield that? Okay. I mean, it's pretty late in the match. I don't know why you'd be saving your shields for like a yellow health Registeel. I don't know. That was risky. That was definitely risky not shielding that. So now it's looking like we might have a shot, but that Flash Cannon is going to do a pretty big chunk. Can we get to another Bubble Beam? Can we get to it? Oh, we get to it. Okay, so this will take it down about half of what it has remaining, and then gotta switch in. Don't want it to farm up. Oh no, but then the Azu has energy already. Oh, but it's Play Rough. So maybe this one's not running Ice Beam either. So, okay, Icy Wind, but man, that Play Rough did a big chunk of damage. And that Drifblim and the Mantine are almost fainted. I mean, the Mantine's pretty much fainted. So if this Drifblim cannot survive, then I think it's going to be GG's. Let's see, this is going to be a double debuffed Play Rough. Ooh, it pretty much takes it out. So this is going to be, yeah, it's going to be good games. And he's got a shield, so yeah. Good games, though. Well played by Ross. He goes 4-1 with this team. Definitely a solid team. I mean, I don't know if you need triple debuff, but I think he's kind of doing it for fun. But you could definitely go double debuff. Maybe Mantine, I think. Drifblim's a good pick, too. I mean, Dewgong and one of the other two, I think, is a pretty nice team. It looks like he's trying to speed catch this Mudkip and not... I think it was 4 times the charm here. I think he gets it finally. And then he ranks up to rank 5. So very well played. Thank you, Ross, for the submission. And again, if you guys want to submit a set, either a 4-1 or 5-0, or even a 3-2 if it's like a really, really crazy 3-2, just hit me up on Twitter at JRskatr. I got the link in the description below. And if you want to battle me and practice your Go Battle League before you actually go into the Go Battle League, you want to do some practice rounds with me, I do have a Patreon. Link is in the description for that as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a good night. And it's actually good morning now, Friday. But yeah, so we'll see you later today.